and thanks for joining us again. In this video, we are going to educate you on assigning payment devices to your workstation or workstations now running ProCharge Desktop. If you have not yet downloaded or installed the application, please refer back to the videos on these topics and make sure you do so now before continuing. In addition, your payment devices should be plugged in, powered on, and connected to the network serving your workstations. For reference in this video, I have included the wiring guides for both the wired and Wi-Fi setups, as you can see here. There are two primary steps needed to pair your payment device with your workstation or workstations. First, we will need to obtain the IP address from each payment device, and next we will need to enter this documented IP address within the settings on the ProCharge desktop application. Let us begin with instructions on how to obtain the IP address from the payment device. There are two ways that we can obtain the IP address from the device itself. First would be by rebooting the payment device. The IP address should display on screen as you can see here. The alternative method has us accessing the IP address from the device menu as seen here. We are going to provide instructions on how to accomplish both methods today. We will start with rebooting the payment device. In order to reboot the payment device, unplug the power supply from the wall or hub connection. After 10 seconds, plug in the power supply. At this point, simply wait for the application to load. You could see the payment device on screen is going through its loading procedures currently, and at the completion of the health report, the IP address will display on screen briefly for 3 to 4 seconds, as you should be able to see here. If you miss it, don't worry. You could take the following steps to access the IP address from the communication menu. Simply start by hitting the F and 1 keys together. This should prompt you to enter the device's password, as you can see here. From within the main menu, use the down arrow to scroll to the communication menu and select that button. Selecting the communication button will once again prompt for entry of the device password, as you can see here. Within the communication menu, use the down arrow to scroll to LAN parameters and select LAN parameters. From within, you should be able to select the IP address button, and the IP address will display on screen as you can see here. Make sure to document the IP address and repeat this process as needed for all of your payment devices. Now that we have obtained the IP address from our payment device or payment devices, we can complete the pairing process from within the ProCharge desktop application by selecting the menu icon in the upper left-hand corner, followed by the settings button. From within the settings menu, we can navigate to the IP config section where we can enter a unique name and relative IP address for each payment device. Notice that we will enter the last 3 digits of the IP address documented and hit the set button to attempt to establish a connection with the payment device. A successful connection is indicated with a green box around the name of the device, as you can see on screen. Notice when entering IP addresses again, we are entering the last 3 digits of the documented IP address. This is a good indicator that our workstations and payment devices are connected to the same network. Additionally, you can see us entering department names when uniquely identifying our payment device, but you can feel free to use staff members' names as well. Once you have entered all connected devices, hit the update button to save your changes, and if you find that you need help with any of these steps while pairing your payment device, be sure to reach out to our technical support department. Additionally, please make sure you watch the next video in this series where we will teach you how to run a sale on your ProCharge desktop application. Thanks for watching.